BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
Top of the morning to you, Sid. It was a broad brick moonlick lick last night, wasn't it? The sun has got his hat on. I'm full of the joys of spring. How about you, Sid?
The sun's got his hat on, has he? Yeah, and I bet he looks silly too.
Ooh, Mr. Grumpy. I think I'll do some arm flings. Get the circulation going. My God, isn't it great to be alive, Sid?
Yes, isn't it just?
Well, you're your usual cheery self. What's the matter? Corn's playing up again? Your groin's packed up, hasn't it?
Oh, everything's hunky-dory. Thank you very much, Hancock.
Everything's hunky-dory, he says, with a face longer than Jacob Rees-Mogg's list of silly old-fashioned words. Wait a minute, here in the East Cheam Gazette, Sid. This will cheer you up. It says, these are the happiest places in England. Right, where's East Cheam? Surrey East, 8th. Epsom and Newell, 10th. That's up the road. We must be close behind them.
All right, don't keep me in suspense. Where are we then?
I'm still looking, Sid. They've left us out. This must be some kind of mistake.
Here, let me have a look. I've got it. East Cheam, 296.
296? How many places are there on this flaming survey?
Exactly 296, as it turns out.
I can't believe it. We're lost. Give it here, Sid. It must be a printing mistake.
Believe me, it's true. I thought so. Depressing, isn't it?
Who on earth did they survey? They probably went down the East Cheam Chapel, didn't they? Miserable old biddies. They should have asked me. I'm the happiest person alive, and East Cheam is fantastico.
Well, they asked me a few weeks ago. I gave East Cheam 1 out of 10.
Thanks a lot, Sid. East Cheam is our bread and butter, as you well know. We don't want Hancock's half hour associated with unhappiness. You must have been in a bad mood or something.
No, the opposite as it happens. I just won 500 knicker on the GGs. I'm happy, but not about East Cheam.
I'm not so sure. Beneath all those wrinkles and nicotine stains, I bet you are. Give us a smile, Sid.
Not a chance. They're right. East Cheam is the unhappiest place on the face of the earth.
What's up with you? You've done too many carry-on films, Sid. You've lost your sense of humour. You've burnt out.
What's good about East Cheam? What's it ever done for us?
Well, here's a list of questions they asked. 1. Reported personal well-being. Are you well, Sid?
No need to shout.
Check. Hearing okay. You've still got all your own faculties then, Sid. Teeth, open your mouth. We've got a good dentist in East Cheam. Film a cavity.
I'm not a horse.
I'm just trying to cheer you up, Sid. It's Tony, your best friend. I'll do it somehow, whatever it takes.
It's not working. It never does.
It says here, people who are happy apparently feel fit, Sid. I think we'll have to get you out on the roads jogging.
Not a chance. I'll probably fall into one of East Cheam's many potholes. The bottomless pit of railway cuttings is still there.
Right, what about life expectancy, Sid? How are your mum and dad? Are they well?
Well, they're dead as it happens, but thanks for asking. What about yours?
Well, they happen to be dead as well, and God rest their souls. But that doesn't mean anything. Biology is not destiny.
By rights, I should be dead as well. I'm a dead man walking, Hancock.
Well, don't stress yourself out, Sid. Sit there, I'll bring you a nice cup of tea. We don't want you pigging it. That's not going to cheer us up, is it?
We haven't got long, Hancock. The pair of us.
I can see us now, buried in adjacent plots in East Cheam Church. What am I talking about? You can't say that, Sid. Live life to the full. Live every day as if it's your last.
Well, if you don't keep asking these silly questions, I think it will be my flaming last.
No, I didn't mean that. Don't take it seriously, Sid. No wonder we're 296 in the happiness league with him around. The people on the survey should have asked me instead of you. I wonder why they didn't. Did they ask you in the betting office? The punters in your shop are happy, aren't they, Sid?
No, not particularly. They keep losing, which is the idea, of course. I've never seen so many long faces. The last time I saw them laugh was when Red Rum fell over at the finishing line in the Grand National, and had to be put down.
Evans, this is serious. The whole flaming town is miserable. I'll ring Hattie and Kenneth and get them over. We've got to put the smile back on the face of East Cheam. If Epsom and Ewell can be 10th, we should be 8th. What have they got that we haven't got?
Racecourse, the Derby, the North Downs, posh houses, nice shops, good-looking birds.
All right, don't rub it in. I'll think of something. I'll get Hattie and Kenneth over. We'll have a council of war. I mean happiness.
Good evening. What can I do you for? Something about happiness, was it? Can I inject a bit of happiness in your life? I can, you know, but it's a ruddy big needle. Oh, you won't like it up, you. Matron.
That's it, Kenneth. If we could bottle you and sell it around East Cheam, the place would soon cheer up.
What about me royalties and me bonus?
You're not getting any royalty. Don't you do anything unless it's for money, William.
Well, you said you were going to bottle me and sell me. How much?
Nothing. Not literally, you buffoon.
What are you bloody talking about? You get me all excited over nothing. You're always doing that. What about me fees for the special edition Hancock half-hour CD?
What CDs? We've sold out.
Well, there you are then. Where's my money? I'm the only one on it they laugh at, you skinflint.
They laugh at you because you're a fool, not because you're funny.
Hang on, you two. If that's your idea of cheering people up, you can forget it.
All right. Who do you want cheering up then? If I can't make a person laugh in 5 minutes, you can have your money back. Only you haven't paid me any.
Boys, stop arguing. What's the problem, Tony?
Him, William.
Don't start, Hancock. You've got a wicked tongue. My mum says don't have anything to do with him. It's his eyes. He's been touched by the devil, she written.
Yes, well, give my love to your mum. Right, let's get back to business. In the newspaper, it says that East Cheam is the most unhappy place in the country. Remind me, where do you come from, Hattie?
Yes, Tony, I come from Winchester. You've been to see me a few times, don't you remember?
Yes, I do that. And Winchester, as it happens, came top. It's the happiest place in the country. What's the answer, Hat? Why are you lot going around with a spring in your step and a smile on your face?
Well, I don't honestly know, Tony. I couldn't put my finger on it. I haven't noticed that people were particularly happy.
It's you two. Who wouldn't be miserable with you around? In Winchester, they've got the lovely Hattie.
I'll slosh you in a minute, Williams. We are top comedians, spreading wit, humour and bon mots around the town. A merry quip here, a merry jape there, spreading joy and laughter where'er we go.
Then why is everybody so bloody miserable with East Cheam?
How the hell should I know? It's a bloody joke, isn't it? Right, what else is on the list? Earnings. We better not go there. I don't want to start him off again. Carbon emissions, that's more like it. Have you got any carbon being emitted in Finchley, Kenneth?
Well, I lost a box of carbon paper when I went on the tube. I always write my memoirs on the tube. I left a box of carbon paper on the Northern Line, as it happens.
I don't think Tony means carbon paper, Kenneth. I think he means wood burners, traffic fumes, coal fires.
Yeah, we got a coal fire in here, haven't we? And a lot of other people still burn fuel in East Cheam.
Perhaps that's it. Perhaps there's something in the coal that's making people in East Cheam miserable.
Something in the coal? You're not supposed to eat the bloody stuff. That's what's making you miserable. If you're having to eat the coal, you must be bloody poor. A coal sandwich, please, dear, and put plenty of ketchup on it.
Of course we don't eat it. No, we're talking about smoke, the fumes. Sid's always coughing.
No, that's the fags. He's always got one on the go. If I don't see smoke coming out of him, I'm ready to give him mouth-to-mouth and heart massage.
Don't you go anywhere near my mouth, Williams. Yes, Tony, why don't we get central heating? I'm always asking you to.
Yes, we've all got central heating in Winchester, Tony. I wouldn't be without it.
I'm not splashing out £5,000 on central heating when I can get a couple of bags of nutty slack and some logs for 20 quid.
Well, that's the answer why you're all so miserable. It's because you're all dying from smoke inhalation and it's taking the shine off everything with the soot.
I know what. Why don't we put on some impromptu Hancock half hours at the East Cheam Village Hall? Invite people in and watch carefully. The ones who aren't laughing are the miserable ones, and they are the ones that are put in East Cheam 296 in the survey.
Oh, good idea, Tony. And then we can go along and speak to those people and make a special effort to cheer them up.
No, we'll go along and make a special effort to kick them out of East Cheam. Get them council houses in Epsom and Newell. Send the miserable ones from here out there and get some of the jolly ones from there in here.
Isn't that cheating, Tony?
Not really, Hattie. The alternative is that we have to make East Cheam a great place to live in, and that's not going to happen. Get the miserable ones out. That's the only way. You'll have to go as well, Sid. I'll find you a flat next door to Epsom Racecourse. You can watch the horses while you're on the toilet with your copy of Sporting Life. You'll be as happy as a sandboy.
You're so devious, Hancock. Oh, you'd sell your own sister if you could get money for her.
How dare you, Williams? What a suggestion. How much do you think I could get for her?
Wait a minute. At the bottom of the article, it says this survey was sponsored by the boroughs of Winchester, Ribble Valley, Waverley, Forest Heath, Surrey Heath and Epsom and Newell.
Wait a minute, I smell a rat. I think that we may be the victims of a scam. The reason why those places are high up in the poll is that the people sponsoring them come from those places. The miserable kits. We're not miserable at all.